And Nevena, you are going to make your way to the stage. Our next finalist is Nevena Klobucar. And she's talking about pronouns, and particularly pronoun problems, and what children's mistakes can teach us about language. You can see all of Nevena's details up there. 3 minutes are on the clock. Off you go.
Have you ever tried to learn a foreign language? I'm sure you remember, or you can imagine, that there is a lot to do. You need to learn the grammar, the vocabulary, and then practice comprehension and speaking. That's hard work. And yet, children across the globe successfully learn their native languages in just a few years. That's amazing. However, research shows that children struggle in some areas for many years, and that these areas differ across languages. One of these areas are pronouns. We use pronouns such as him and her, and reflexives such as himself, herself, to refer to people. But there are rules on how we use this. If I say, John hugs him, you all know that this means that John is hugging someone other than himself. But in many languages, children up to age 7 interpret John hugs him as meaning that John is hugging himself. Imagine how many misunderstandings there are between children and adults. So my question is why? Why are pronouns difficult to learn? And why are they difficult in some languages, but not in others? If we can answer this question, we can not only learn how to communicate better with the youngest members of our society, but we can also learn more about how humans learn languages. To answer these questions, I recruited families with 4 to 6 years old English-speaking children. I told them a story about John and then showed a picture of John hugging himself. I then asked, is John hugging him? 34% of times, children said yes. You might be thinking, that's not too bad, and it's not. But when I repeated the same study with Hungarian-speaking children, the rate was much lower, only 12%. That's a big difference. We decided to test one more language, German, and take it a step further. This time, we were interested in the real-time processing of pronouns. We recruited children and adults, and using the same task, we tracked their eye movements on the pictures. We found that both children and adults looked at the correct referent significantly less when hearing pronouns compared to reflexives. This suggests that there is a deep-seated difficulty with pronouns, which is independent of age and the language that we speak. And while some languages, such as Hungarian, might make up for this intrinsic difficulty, English and German do not. So next time you speak with a child and they seem to get something wrong, remember, they're not being silly. They're doing something incredibly complex. And now, thanks to research, we're beginning to understand just how hard and fascinating that journey really is. Thank you.
Thank you, Nevena Klobucar.